Hello, hello, couch potatoes. It's the Tuber VTuber, and today we're coming back into our playthrough of Dredge. In the last episode, we did actually stop and then wander around a little bit on our own just to go back to the area with the waterfall in the back. Let's see. Let's show you, actually. So I did actually come back here, and I think in the last episode we actually ended with me stopping right around here and saying I was going to look around some. Apparently, I did not have to look around too hard, because behind the waterfall is exactly the thing that I wanted to find, is the extra fancy metal. Yeah, right back here. Because I wasn't sure if it was around here somewhere, or if I was going to have to, like, meander around the outside of the island. But no, it was inside this chest was the thing that I remembered seeing, and then did not have the space to pick it up. But yeah, right there, the refined metal and a bag of doubloons. I also, on the way back to the ship, as you could see at the start of the video, it was nighttime, so on the way back to the dock, I figured I may as well grab some fish, and we picked up this thing. It is a sprouting eel. An eruption of crystalline growth bursts from its skin. Sharp shapes clatter and resonate together. It looks awesome. But with that in mind, we're going to go sell that. We're going to dock the metal, and I don't think I could, well, I might be able to hold on to one piece of something here, like a piece of wood or something. I could look around, see if there's something available. Let's take a look. Let's see, what are you? The relaxed mind. Oh, I was reading a book. 10% resilience to panic. Oh, wait. Things are getting weird. Back off. I could see the weird chromatic nonsense going on. I could tell you were coming. I was in the middle of reading, good sir. How rude. The relaxed mind, 10% resilience to panic. Biggest load of rubbish I ever read. It goes on and on about breathing exercises and controlling your heart rate. As if that could help me. Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, we did just dodge a underwater monstrosity, some kind of leviathan beast thing. So yeah, I don't know if a breathing exercise is going to help that much. Let's take a look. And there is some wood. Let's go get some wood. Right here. Dredge. It's dredging time, the dredge man said before he dredged all over the place. This thing is in the way. If I could move that, or just store it, then I could get another piece of wood. Could I move any of my fish around? I could do that. There we go. Look at that. Master of the fish Tetris. Boom. Okay, we got 2 whole pieces. I'm not sure how much we need, actually. So let's swing back around to the dock and find out, shall we? Also, can we pick up anything on the way? I think you're too big. Yeah, just a little bit. These guys are also too big. I need some of those, like, one tile fish. I don't know if they're around. Hmm? The screen just shook. Is that big thing coming after me again? Well, I don't see it anywhere. Let's swing in the dock here. We can sell our fish, check out our upgrades, and then see where we're going from here. Go to the fish market. Yep. Storage. Let's drop this thing off because I don't really need it at the moment. And let's go to the dock. We have one piece of wood and one piece of wood, actually, so this is perfect. Get that upgrade and get that upgrade, and then we can put this fancy metal in. Piece of cloth, and we're gonna need some more stuff. We're also gonna need some more refined metal. But one of the last things I wanted to do, actually, is I do have some money. Let's go get some of the explosives from the whaler, because there are still a couple of things that can be blown up around here, but also I do recall seeing a couple of those spots at the main island as well, back at the Greater Marrow. So let's grab a bunch of boom, like so. Sure. And actually, could I just store these? Well, I want to hang on to like 2. Yeah, let's hold on to at least 2 of these. And then on dock. And let's see, what's our objective? We have to go to the Stellar Basin. Which is directly west. That sounds fine. I do kind of want to wander around here some more, but catch a rare fish, catch a snake mackerel, which I believe was from this dude up here. This thing. Yeah, I guess we can go to the west and see what we can find over there. Although it is nighttime. Also, I'm going the wrong way. Nighttime sailing. I did get the... Ooh, actually, speaking of which, let's start reading another book. I was going to say, I did just get the benefit from the book. That means... No! Mysterious whispers. So you see, if this thing gets close, your madness starts going crazy. But if you turn your light off, it stops being aggressive at you. At least directly at you, anyway. And then, once you're far enough away, you can turn your lights back on to help your insanity not shoot too crazily up. And then let's actually pull into dock because I am starting to go insane and I don't want things along the ocean to hit me. And there's a convenient dock right here. Let's rest. Alright, good enough. And then photographer. Ahem. Hello, sorry. Would you step out of the way for a moment? You're in my shot. You move to the side. A few seconds later, the photographer sighs in exasperation and mutters to herself. No, this simply won't do. What's the matter? The angle of this lens is all wrong. I'll never get a close-up shot of anything with this. And the others, well, I fear they were lost overboard. She sighs again and looks off to the west. I was sailing from the Stellar Basin, you see, squeezing my boat through a narrow gap between 2 islands, and then I crashed into some coral. I thought I heard something in the water behind me, so I dared not stop. If you were able to retrieve the lenses for me... let me see. She rummages through what few belongings survived the trip. I have a spare camera here that I don't need. You're welcome to it, if you can find those lenses. I'll mark on your map where I think I lost them. Interesting. Lots of sound effects happening in the background, which I guess is fine. Let's put a marker on this spot as well. Place marker. Let's do like a quest thing, I guess, like a little flag marker. Sure, why not? Undock. Sure. Let's go. What are you? Valuables? In order to sell all those, I would need to go back into town anyway, so shrug. Let's do... What was that? I need to go basically straight on, I think. Although I do want to investigate all these other islands as well. But the quest marker appears to be... Hey, look, a dock! He says, immediately turning away from the quest. Hey, some dolphins! What's up, guys? I need to focus on the quest, he says, immediately turning away from the quest. Let's pull up to dock and check out the campsite. Next to the dock is a derelict campsite. Strange symbols are scratched into the sand. What do you want to do? Let's search the campsite. An extremely rough and worn sheet of fabric is collapsed at the base of some wooden supports. There's nothing remarkable about it. Inspect the symbols. The symbols span the breadth of the camp, twisting this way and that. Some are grouped together in what must be words. Fresh footprints tread carefully around each symbol. The last symbol trails off hurriedly and looks unfinished. Let's look at the symbols. A glint of metal shines up through the sand. Alright, a sapphire ring. Inspect the footprints. Whoever left the footprints was barefoot. The prints are left large and wide, perhaps indicating they were left by a man, but you don't know much about them. Fresh footprints lead around each symbol. What do you want to do? Alright, let's just head out, I guess. Back to that quest that I immediately turned away from. Is it this? It looks like it is. And is that a shipwreck? Let's take a look as I boost over to it. It appears to be something. A curious looking chest is half submerged in the sand. Look inside. Small scrap of paper with a line drawn on it. Okay. And a doubloon. Alright. And you are some more valuables. Sure, why not? I did turn away from the other dredging spot. That was also valuables, but this one is right here, so I may as well. Some more shapes. I got a goblet. And then there's a big swirly thing going on right here. Or was it you? I thought I saw swirly, like, aberration sparkles happening, but I guess we're just gonna look at these. Hold on. A collection of cases has washed up against the shore. Some have already split open and lost their contents to the waves. Let's look for valuables. A case of photography equipment. A case containing professional-looking camera equipment. Someone might be missing this. I believe they are. The fact that they pointed me directly here is evidence to that. Hey, fish! What's up? What are you? Bump, bump, bump. A red snapper. Alright. And we are close to the Stellar Basin, so I can actually go and drop these off. There should be a merchant nearby. Bum bum. Oh, wait a minute. Have I been sailing around with my net not deployed? I am a fool of greatest proportions. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, but off we go. What are you? Disturbed wasp. Oh, I need abyssal fishing equipment. Well, I don't have that. Zoom! Off we go. Hey, look, a pirate ship. Or at least just a crashed ship, anyway. It's starting to get kind of late, and I'm not exactly 100% sure where the merchant is around here, so let's not dawdle, shall we? I spy a sparkly 14th of September. Okay, good to know. I will read that when I get the chance. I see light over there, both the red light and firefly squid. Oh. Hello, friend. Oh, are you not a friend? Let's not be directly over the giant squid monster. Dodge! Alright. And are you... You are the lights I'm looking for. You're a dock. Here we go. Fish market. Alright, let's sell those. And it also sold from the net, so that's fine. Let's pop all these into storage. The paper, I'm not sure about that. And I guess we're gonna just sleep for now. Because I do want to go back to the photographer and drop this case off. I just didn't want to have fish in my inventory the whole time. So that's east. This is an interesting area, though. And actually, something I could do is, let's pop into here. If it'll let me. My storage. Crab pots. Let's get those. And then, actually, do I have any research? I do not. That's fine. Let's grab the crab pots. And let's just aim them this away. Towards the big hole, because why not? Alright. Off to the east we go. And we might grab... I was gonna say we might grab some fish along the way, but maybe on the way back. Because again, I don't want to have them in my inventory if I'm just going back and forth across the ocean. They're only going to rot. Yep. I see a bunch of interesting things around, but I'm on a quest. Off we go to deliver a case I found amongst the waves. I think it's... well, that's the dock that I found. And then... that should be the area where I found the case. So, north? Well, not exactly. It's just sort of on the other side of this island. Zoom! What are you? What is this thing? Just a big shipwreck? Huh. Shapes in the deep. What is this? This is new. I don't remember seeing any of these. Iron Haven Crate. Huh. I don't know what you are. You're awfully big, and I don't know what you are, so I kinda don't want to fill up my inventory with you. I mean, unless just pulling up one of these triggers something. A heavy wooden crate full of materials. The outside is plastered with legal threats and warnings against unauthorized opening. Attention, the Foreman Iron Haven Corporation construction site. Sector J15. J15? Oh. Interesting. Good to know, I guess. I can put a mark on here. Place marker, sunken ship, I guess? Yeah, I don't know. Also, I spy a person. You are a yellow person. I've spotted a blue person before. Let's place another weird person marker. What are you? You approach the hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except for a pair of withered, blackened hands.
Fishermen, deep calls, respond.
Their voice gurgles with the sound of fluid in their lungs.
An answer.
The hooded figure holds out a scroll. They tap at the shape depicted. It looks like a red snapper. Oh, well, I just sold all those. Alright, bud, you're gonna have to wait for a minute. Let's see, where is the photographer? Up here, I believe. I really should get the extra engines. Even just a little bit of speed would be nice. And while I'm here, let's grab this, because it's right here, so why not? And then we'll dock. Yeah, not terribly worried about the madness of staying up at night when there's a dock literally right here. You have the lenses! Oh, I do hope they've not been damaged by the seawater. She takes the case from you and inspects each lens carefully. They seem mostly unharmed. Nothing that some careful polishing won't remedy, at least. As promised, you should take my spare camera. The lens is nothing special, but it should allow you to capture some good shots. If you want some advice on locating wildlife to photograph, just say the word. Not terribly, but sure. I'm not really a photography kind of guy, but sure, tell me about large fish. I suspect you are more knowledgeable in this particular area than I am. There are a few shark species around, and most notably, a huge whale shark. They tend to prefer the warmer waters around the Stellar Basin. They're completely harmless, as I'm sure you know, but do be careful around them. You wouldn't want your propellers causing them any injuries. Anything else? Tell me about mammals. Well, while still relatively scarce, I believe a few cetaceans, that's whales and such, can be found in the deeper waters around here. You might be lucky enough to spot a pod of bottlenose dolphins or killer whales. They've been known to swim alongside boats. As for the larger whales, I've heard humpbacks, sperm whales, and even the odd blue whale have been sighted in the area. It doesn't surprise me to hear that their numbers have dwindled. What with Ingfel's whaling endeavors, hopefully these populations will recover in time. Tell me about birds. You'll hear quite a wide variety of birdsong from the islands, though I suspect they're all too small to spot from your boat. There's sure to be a few larger species, gulls and ravens, loitering around some of the more active docks, looking for morsels of food. The ruins in Devil's Spine host a few breeding pairs of sea hawks. You're bound to hear them calling to each other, though they're quite elusive. Anything else? Tell me about reptiles. I'm glad you asked. Not many consider reptiles when they think of the ocean. Loggerhead turtles are a common sight in the temperate waters around the Narrows and Gale Cliffs, though they can be hard to spot from the water. When it comes to larger reptiles, they don't get any bigger than the saltwater crocodiles. The mangroves of Twisted Strand are the perfect environment for them. Anything else? Nope, that seems to be it. Cool, so let's take a quick snooze. And let's head back to the west. We can pick up the snapper for that guy over there. And we have this crate that we can drop off into our storage. And I wonder if I should get some more crates just to store them for later. I'm not sure. Oh, hey, look, some whales. Take a moment to compose yourself. Killer whales. Can I go in the water? I cannot. Let's see. Alright, so you control like a balloon or like a drone. So there's no... Oh, there is up and down. Oh, okay. Zoom. Oh, okay. Ooh, nope. Nope, 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 don't do that. Okay, the moment I tilted a little bit, I was like, not having it. Oh no, wait, I forgot to actually take the picture. Let's see, this way? The rule of thirds. Can I straighten this out some? Yeah, sure. And take photo. Screenshot. Oh, it takes actual screenshots. Oh, interesting. Well, that's neat. Right. Let's see. What are you? The red snapper. Bum bum. Alright, we can grab a handful of these guys. The weird quest dude should be on the other side of this island here. And then we can go into the Stellar Basin and look around. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Not the telescope, but the boost. It certainly does sound ominous. Also, what are you? You're just more valuables. It's just money, that's all. It's only money floating in the water. What could possibly be of interest? An answer. The hooded figure holds up the scroll. What if I give you a trophy fish? Does anything happen? They rip through the throat of the fish and tear out its heart. It's in their mouth before you have time to process what you just saw.
A sacrifice.
The hooded figure points at another shape on a scroll. This one looks like a fang tooth. I need abyssal things for that, and I don't have that. Interesting. Also, am I hearing a dog bark every now and then? Like when I have a dialogue box open, it sounds... Huh. Interesting. Well, not sure how many dogs are on the ocean, but sure. There are a couple of those, like, box things around. I think there's another one over there. And there's some over here. I don't know what that is, and I don't really have that option at the moment. So let's just go to the Stellar Basin. And let's equip the boost. Away! Da da da! Let's see. I think that's the island that had the little dock on it. And then this way should be the Stellar Basin. Let's check out all the little houses, shall we? I do see a shiny thing over here. Let's check this out. What are you? Shapes in the deep. Pretty sure it's a square. I know my shapes. It is an anchor flag. Okay. Let's see. Bark. Dog! Hey, buddy. I can't go any more lower than that. Camera. I can, however, do this. Womp. Hey, bud. Oh, look at that face. Very good. There's a skinny brown dog leaping around in the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small silvery fish. Its technique is ineffective. Disembark. You jump off the boat into the thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. Do I have any fish to throw? You throw some scraps into the water near the dog. It pounces at the splash and swallows seawater. Okay. Call to the dog. It wags its tail briefly, but doesn't move. Slowly approach. You wade towards the shore. As you get near, the dog backs up a little ways. It sits. Throw some fish. You throw some scraps towards the dog, which land in the sand. The dog eats them, along with a mouthful of sand. Well, don't eat the sand. Call it again. You make soft, encouraging noises and the dog cautiously approaches. It stops just out of your reach. Hold out some more fish. You hold out some fish scraps in the palm of your hand. The dog approaches slowly, but soon begins licking at them. Pat the dog. Reach out and gently pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand, and it seems to understand that you are not a threat. Pat the dog. You pat the dog again. It seems to be enjoying it. Pat the dog. You pat the dog again. It seems to be enjoying it. I pat the dog. The dog gets pat. Pat the dog a million times. Alright, well, that was fun, but I guess we're done. You make your way back towards the boat. As you're wading out, you hear the sloshing of 4 legs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head questioningly. Sure. You continue, this time the dog alongside. Its tail is wagging so hard it beats the water into a froth behind it. When you get to the boat, you turn around and pull the dog aboard. A stray dog. It's curled up. Oh, excuse me. A stray dog. It's curled up, asleep, opening an eye occasionally to watch you move around the boat. Sure, you lift the dog onto the deck. It walks around briefly before curling into a ball and looking up at you. Maybe you can find this dog a more permanent home. Well, I have a dog now. And there's another shiny thing over here. Wait, what? Why? Oh, it needs repair. I never did get the better net, did I? A pile of loose debris. It could be cleared to make a shortcut. You set the charge and light the fuse. The debris crumbles away. Is there anything in here? Oh, there is. Shapes in the deep. Aha! I gotta go back to the whale guy and get some more explosives. Refined metal, always good. Even if I can't use it immediately, I could always sell it, or just store it. And let's clear out these debris. And then there's a shiny thing here. What's this? The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Place your hand upon the stone. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. Well, fine. I didn't want to interact with the occults anyway. Be that way. I want to find the dock. Is that the dock? I think the... Oh, there's all my crab pots, so yeah, I would say the dock is this way. Let's turn on the boost. Ooh, what is that? Oh! Oh, what are you? No! No, go away! Base! Base! I'm at base! Can't touch me. What the hell was that? That was new. I've never seen that before. Sure. Storage. Let's pop that into there. Let's grab some more explosives just to hold on to. Is there a sort button? Is there like a thing that says sort? No? Well, okay. Small scrap of paper. Okay. And the scrap metal, sure. Let's pop the flag into there. Can I store the dog? Oh, I can store the dog. Okay, yeah, you just hang out here with the nice lady. And I guess I'll just sleep as well. Because that giant ray almost destroyed me. And again with the hitting of escape. It may be a menu, but it's not a interface menu that you can just hit escape from. Crown of Thorns. With many heavily spined arms, this starfish is extremely hardy. It's a destructive pest and not worth selling. Wow, it's huge. Alright. Some blue crabs. Sure. Some more blue crabs and another one of you. And I cannot take this. Yeah, I can't really do much with these. Okay. Let's sell these. Doo-doo-doo. See how much the Crown of Thorns is worth. Fish market. $10. And the crabs are 15. So you're huge and you're worth like nothing. Cool, so you're a pest. Well, it did say as much in the description. That it's a destructive pest. So let's pick up the rest of the crabs. Let's just throw you out. And pick you up. And again, let's just throw you away. Take you. Pop it up. Fish market. And sell those. Undock. Alright. Let's see. We investigated these ruins over here. Right? Is that what that little dot is? Is that these? Boost. Da-da-da. Let's see. It is not. Oh, okay. Interesting. So what is the little dot then? Well, I guess we're just gonna explore around. Camera, please. What is happening? Hold on. Mouse. Stop it. I had some dust on the bottom of my mouse, I guess. I want to see what you are. A coral grouper. You are very large. Hopefully you are valuable. If not, then that's going to be very annoying. Ooh, a consumed grouper. Once dazzling skin, now bleached and eroded, it barely resists, relieved at the final end. As opposed to a normal coral grouper, commonly found hovering above offshore reefs, this large fish ambushes smaller fish that dare to leave the protection of the coral. I can't actually hold you, can I? Alright. What is that? There's like a dog barking every now and then. I already picked up the dog. A barracuda. This ferocious fish is capable of great bursts of speed and hunts by biting its prey clean in half. Sounds rough. Can I do anything about this? No, I don't think I can. Well, I could do that, I guess. Bum bum, bum bum. Got a barracuda. Let's see. What are you? Research. I'll take it. Research points. Alright. Research points. Very cool. We got a point of interest. Let's see what's here. A research outpost. Laboratory. The laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? Open the cupboards. You check the cupboards. Research part. You empty the cupboards. Where do you want to look? Let's inspect the equipment on the table. There are some strange-looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them right now. On the other side of the table, you find a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect retaliation immediately. Evacuating to fort." Where do you want to look? Look around the floor. You look around on the floor. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along to the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Not the best idea, but sure, research part. You pluck an item from the gouge in the floor. Yeah, reaching your arm into the hole, into a random hole in the floor, especially when you know that this is like an ocean base, there might be something living in that crack. Not the best idea. I wouldn't be doing it. Can I do research here? Because otherwise my inventory is full. Heat resistant line. Anti-tangle line. Coastal and shallow. And that just has all of it. Except the ocean. The crab pots are nice as like good passive income. The engine, I already have that unlocked. It would be nice to have a net that lasts for a while before it needs to be repaired. And it is a bigger net, so it would be able to hold down, or it'd be able to be held down into the water for a very long time and catch a good amount of things. I feel like the net is a good passive, the pots are good passive. Let's do... Actually, the net is big. I don't know if I could even equip that. Could I? No, I don't think I can, actually. I'd have to upgrade my boat again. Alright, into the pots it goes, I guess. And that unlocks this one, which is the best combination of all of them. The most durable crab pot ever constructed. Just make sure you return to collect your haul before something else does. Yeah, it's bigger than everything. It can last for 9 days. It has the higher catch rate. It has the longevity. It's got the bigger size. It's got a bigger aberration bonus as far as catching the mutated fish. So yeah, and all our research is going to go into that. And it frees up our inventory a little bit. So let's check the other place. And the old generator sputters and ticks over. Cool, nothing there. Alright, good talk. Cool story. What are you? Shapes in the deep. Yeah, see, there's a dog bark that's happening every now and then. I don't know where that's coming from. Unless it's supposed to be like some other kind of animal call, like a jungle noise that just sounds like a dog. What are you? Abyssal. Well, I can't do abyssal. Oh. Noise. Big spooky noises are happening. Interesting. Well, I know you exist. What is that thing? Huh. Yeah, I know you exist. Some kind of giant kraken thing living in the shallows, which is a bit odd. You would think the kraken would live in the deep. I spy another light this way, and there's another shiny thing over here. It looks like a ship in a bottle, perhaps. Well, let's take a look. Let's pick that up. Let's get away from the cloud of madness. Turn our lights back on and pull into dock. Now there are a couple of notes that I haven't checked on yet. Oh, this is storage. I mean, these are all still fresh. Let's take a look at the messages that we've picked up. Because there's this one, and then we just got this one as well. The 14th of September. I have not written in a few days. I have been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to warm no matter what I do. Hey, is this person writing about me? Constantly cold and has brain fog? The ink has run from some lines here, and they are illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew as such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled out onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes, I saw the void. The page has been torn off here. Spookiness! The 6th and 7th of March. We are engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of the stellar basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Some time past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered into the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said or what I said, but I know that I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way around. Going right the way around. I cannot take my eyes off it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of the days, but I feel that the news is significant enough to warrant the spanning of multiple entries. Well, isn't that just adorable? The 6th and 7th of March, and then August and September. Interesting. Alright. The researcher. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? I'm a fisherman. I'm a sightseer. I'm nobody. I'm a potato. Ah, yes. I thought you had the look. But a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help, if you have the time. What do you want help with? I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Now it rests in the center of the basin. I fled here and have been making do as best I can, but I had to leave most of my equipment behind. So now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect all of them. A jellyfish. Coastal catching style is with a net. Glowing octopus is shallow. And firefly squid is also... well, that's shallow and this is coastal, but they both can be caught in the net or by hook. My net is broken though, so that's not going to work. I can return to these later. Alright. Is there anything else? About those specimens? Yep. I'll need to come back for those. Tell me about yourself. Okay. I don't think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Ironhaven College. It was a struggle. There were no other female students in the department that year, or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know? Well, you probably don't. When I graduated, I managed to land a job at the Northern Biological Research Society. And then, well, I was posted here by myself. I thought I would relish the peace and the quiet, but I miss having company. I've always had someone, or at least a pet. Out here, it's just machines. Is there anything else? What sort of creature attacked you? Well, I got the sense it was attacking the research outpost itself, rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by some of my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machines running there, all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any marine specimen I've studied. It attacked with tentacles, so I'd assume some sort of octopus or squid. Or an anemone. Anemone? Anyway. One of my research vessels was moored around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away in that while it was tearing apart the front. There was a lot of valuable data and equipment left in there, but I'm not going back. I can't. I won't face it again. Is there anything else? Have you noticed anything else unusual? Well, now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with an attack and having to rebuild here that I'd almost forgotten. I found these letters from my sister. She'd sent them to me while I was studying before the researcher is quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets, in my sampling tubes. There were letters I'd never seen before, but they were in her writing. They were in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened after she died. I can't explain it. Is there anything else? You mentioned a pet. I happen to have a dog in storage. No, nothing? Interesting. Well, I guess the dog is for something else. I can take a bit of a rest. And then I want to sell these fish before they go bad. So let's go back out here. And I need to go basically straight south. I also need to catch the squid and the octopus, which I believe they both glow, so it should be pretty easy to spot. Yeah, here's some glowing stuff. The Art of the Silver Tongue. %10 increase of... Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm so tired today. 10% increase in sell prices and 10% reduction in buying prices. More of a guide on psychology than simple financial transactions, it delves into the fundamentals of the human psyche and outlines some truly inspired tactics for bargaining. I get the sense the author isn't giving away all their secrets, however. Smart. Cool, let's... well, about that. I was gonna say, cool, let's get some fishing done, and then I can't. I have no inventory. Off we go. Let's bring the boat in. And go to the fish market. I don't need any of these, so let's sell those. And go to storage and storage. Can I do any of this? No, I don't have any materials. Well, I have this. The refined metal is one of 2 in here. And then I need 4 wood, 1 metal, and 2 cloth. I haven't actually seen any salvage spots around here, which is interesting. I don't know if there's many options for dredging in the basin. There were a bunch of them in the cliffs along the southern side is where all those shipwrecks were. And there was a little bit sort of around the beginning area. Maybe I'll go back over here and farm up some materials. In the meantime, we have a mission. We gotta get some... Wait! Speaking of our mission... Wait. I have to fix my net. Yeah, there we go. Because I gotta catch the jellyfish, and they can only be caught in the net. So let's lower that down. And make sure we switch it back to the boost. Like so. Alright, so this should be the squid that I found the first time. Yep, there's you. And I don't want to spend all my time here because I gotta get the octopus as well. And there's some over there. Alright, yeah, so this way. And we're gonna boost because we want to get there before 6 o'clock. Right here. Bump, bump, bump. Glowing octopus. This remarkable octopus emits light from its suckers in a swirling, twinkling pattern. And the firefly squid. This tiny, sparkling squid spends most of its time in the deep ocean, rising to the surface as it nears the end of its life. I don't know if I've sold either of you yet. Well, I'm here now, so let's get some more octopus. Well, actually, I can't. We're out. I don't know if it went away because there was only 2 there, or because it's daytime now. Disturb the water. To the coral grouper, right? Yeah, I swear that's a dog barking, which is such a weird sound to have in like a tropical ocean kind of thing. Encyclopedia. Yeah, I haven't sold you yet. Now I do have a couple of them, so I could sell some at least. And we are right next to the dock, so we may as well load up. Can I get... I could put another one right here. Boom, boom, boom. Like so. And then, do I have any space for crabs? I don't think so. Whoops. Haste! Away! And into dock. Fish market. We're going to be sure to not just hit the sell all button, because we need some of these. Bum bum. Yeah, we need to hang on to at least 2 of these. And we don't have anything in the net. May as well fix the net while we're here. And I don't really have anything in need of storage. And this can support a fishing pole, but it cannot support a bigger net. Actually, speaking of, can I get a better net? Coastal. Actually, hold on. Cabin, pursuits, collect the samples. The Aurora jellyfish is something I get from around here. Jellyfish. Well, there is a lot of stuff around here, I guess. Crabs. Nope, that's in the Twisted Strand. So wait, where's the jellyfish at? I mean, I know I didn't catch it yet, but even still, it should show up inside of here. Gale Cliffs, Stellar Basin. I'll have to go back to the researcher and drop these off and take a look at the information for the jellyfish, because I don't know if it's shallow and not coastal, then this net isn't going to do anything. Although I do have a bunch of money, I guess I could just do this anyway. Just get the better net anyway. May as well. Let's sell the net. And I could get a better light. 2100 at 30 meters. Yeah. Let's sell that. Better light, better net. I could get another engine. I could get 2 engines. If I reload, I could get another engine anyway. But that should be an okay boost in speed for now, and I don't want to clutter up my inventory too much. So... Oh, and I can buy explosives from you. Oh, well, that's convenient. Let's throw you into the storage. And I should also go and sell all my trinkets around, because they're starting to fill up my inventory. Explosive. Although I do have a ton of inventory space, so I guess it's not super critical. Research parts. I could buy some more research. I could buy 1 more research. Let's hold off for now, because you do tend to get a bunch of the research things from the quests and the like. Oh, and I need to repair these anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna need to have the money to repair these. Okie doke, let's pick that up. And let's pick that up. And, ooh, an entangled crab. Glistening purple strings sprout from solid rock, tying and untying themselves. They fall away and wither, making way for new knots. Interesting. Very spooky. Alright, let's go back here and pull into dock. We gotta make sure we don't sell all. So let's sell... Wait, how did I get another octopus? I don't know. Let's sell all the crabs. And then, actually, I have a research point. I can throw that into here. And then I do want to... I was going to say I want to buy those upgraded pots, but I mean, I could buy 1 research part and get me closer. Because I kind of want to replace these with the pots that are just better. But we'll just repair them for now and redeploy them for now. I'm sure we'll get the research from the quest. Let's do crab pots and bump, bump, bump. And then there's that one. And then the researcher is to the north. Because I gotta go drop off the squid and the octopus anyway. And I want to see if the jellyfish is coastal or if it's shallow. Because if it's shallow, then I'm gonna need to dump research points into the nets. Which would be very unfortunate, because I just dumped a bunch of research into the crab pots. Researcher, hello. I've come to bring you fish. About those specimens. Here's this guy. Here's this one. And I caught something in my net. And it's not that, though. Okay, it is coastal, so that means I should be able to catch it. Yeah, it's a coastal net. Let's see. Stellar Basin. Trawl. Is this it? I think this is it. Nighttime with a net. Yeah, rod, trawl. Those don't look like jellyfish. I mean, that might be so. I have no idea what this thing is. Looks like some weird water bug. And then those are crabs. That looks like a lobster or something. This is the Stellar Basin caught with a pot. Twisted strand. Yeah, so this is in a whole nother area. Alright, well, I believe it's with the trawling net, so let's get going. We can just sail around and see if we can catch some other things while we wait for it to jump into our net like that. Alright, let's just turn around. Hey, I got your sample for you. It literally jumped into my boat. I don't know what to tell you. About those specimens. Here you go. Ah, thank you. It looks like you've caught all of the surface specimens I need. But, yes, I do need some from deeper down, but that's going to be a problem. And why is that? Well, I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone. This was over in the other research outpost before the attack. I have an idea of how to keep the creature at bay long enough to collect those samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully. I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want to be out on the reef at night. Is there anything else? Nope. I'm gonna go at night. Because I'm a maniac, and that's where some of the cooler and more valuable fish are. But at the moment, I think I'm gonna call this episode here. It is at around the 1 hour mark. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to swing by and say hi in the chat in real time, tell me where to go and what to do, that's fine. That's at the twitch.tv/thetubervtuber. If you are one of the folks in chat on Twitch and you're interested in the VODs, there is a link on the channel page, but you can also go to youtube.com/@thetubervtuber. And until next time, I think it's about time for the Irish goodbye.